Football is a 20th century technological struggle.
And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these two banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture.
Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, punting, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal fouls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. Do not adjust your television screens, monitors, iPhones, or whatever you're watching us on. We are indeed at Mount Pleasant High School.
We're on the road tonight.
We are on the road tonight as the Tigers play host to the South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls tonight in what is the conference opener for the Bulls and the second conference game for Mount Pleasant.
You got to love that tunnel over there,
Oh,
Charles.
I love the tunnel, absolutely. They do it right here. There is no doubt about that.
Beautiful field, beautiful night.
The Tigers this season are 4-2. They just beat Union Academy out on the road 56-0 very easily. Their losses this season have been to Northwest Cabarrus, that was 26-24, and Lake Norman 43-18. They ranked 15th in the 2A West region by Max Preps. Now I'm going to give you a few stats on them, Brian. They average 169.3 yards per game on the ground with 12 touchdowns, and they get 15 1-yards per reception.
I tell you, the Tigers have always given Stanley County teams a run for their money.
Oh, no question about it. And I'm sorry, I had to pause for just a second. Forgive me. Players to watch tonight, Brian. Lawson Little is the quarterback. Wears number 9. He's 31 of 70 on the year for 467 yards. He has 5 touchdowns, but he does have 4 interceptions. The leading running back, and I'm sitting next to his dad up here in the press box, is Brennan Jones. Wears number 12. He has 402 yards and 5 touchdowns, but you're going to see Brennan a lot on defense as well, as he plays outside linebacker and is a big-time tackler for the Mount Pleasant Tigers. So Mount Pleasant looks like South Stanley has won the toss and will receive and go right to left across your TV screens. As we said, though, South Stanley has not played since September 10th. 21-16 win at South Davidson. Their game with North Davidson, was canceled due to COVID, and then they had a bye week.
Oh, check this out, Charles. We got a sea of pink over here. It's homecoming here at Mount Pleasant.
It's homecoming, and the pink is breast cancer awareness, and a big old line of students for the Tigers to run through.
Oh,
but like we said, South Stanley has had a plethora of injuries. I beat you to the word.
Beat me to it.
Unfortunately for the Rebel Bulls, and of course starting quarterback Drew Gaddy, as we saw, went out in the opening game of the season. He is not back yet. He is still in street clothes tonight. Here come the Bulls onto the field. So tonight, Trevor Tucker, the senior, will be starting quarterback for the Bulls.
Oh, and here come the Mount Pleasant Tigers in elegant fashion.
So it's a difficult challenge tonight for South Stanley, to say the very least, as they come into this field to take on Mount Pleasant. And in the series, this is interesting. This is the 44th game between these two schools.
Wow.
South Stanley actually leads the series 22-21. So a win tonight from Mount Pleasant would actually even the series and make it 22 wins apiece. But I will say this now. The most recent parts of the series have gone to Mount Pleasant. The Tigers have won 5 in a row over South Stanley and 13 of the last 14 meetings. That's what my spreadsheet said, at least. Kicking off, looks like it's going to be number 83, David McEachern. And back for South is Ezra Powell. And up on the top is number 4, Taywon Morris.
Well, it won't be hard to differentiate the teams with the color contrast.
Nope. Mount Pleasant wearing the bright yellow jerseys with the blue pants. And, of course, South Stanley in the white jerseys with the red playing pants.
And it looks like we're about to get this show on the road.
Mount Pleasant looking to go 2-0 should they win this game tonight. South Stanley opening their conference play. And we'll be seeing South Stanley next week as well.
And I believe, if my memory serves me correct,
McEachern for the kickoff.
There we go.
Mount Pleasant, South Stanley, let's roll. It's going to be Powell, takes it at the 5-yard line. Oh, makes a nice cut and runs into
a plethora.
Several Mount Pleasant tacklers at the 23.
Yeah. He found a seam right there.
Well, he made a nice little cut, but then he had to he actually ran right into a tackler. So Tucker in the backfield with him is number 2, Jackson Barbie. They'll go 3 wide receivers to the near side on 1st and 10. It's going to be Barbie straight up the middle. Makes a nice cut. He's going to get about 3, maybe 4 yards down. Give him 3 yards to the 26.
Yeah, that was a nice cut.
You're going to see both teams run basically sort of the similar offenses. Both teams are going to run the spread a lot.
Well, if he can keep that up, 4 yards in a cloud of dust,
Well, I think eventually Mount Pleasant is probably is already got 7 in the box to stop it, and they may start pulling a safety in as well.
You're very right.
Not showing any pressure on 2nd down.
Tucker's
going to throw in, almost
that was
picked
dangerous.
off.
That was very dangerous.
He was looking for Powell on the near side, and it was broken up by, I think, Bo Barbie, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
Jacob Craver, number 24, was...
was it 24? Okay,
yeah, he was
Craver.
right there ready to possibly get the interception.
Well, Craver is the leading tackler on this team, and he is a menace. I watched him on film some this week, and he is an absolute menace.
So this is going to be an interesting watch, folks.
3rd down and 6. Let's see how much pressure the Tigers bring. They have 5 on the line, and they're showing now 6 showing blitz, and they will blitz. Instead of give to Barbie, and Barbie just runs right into the line and is going to lose a yard. His forward progress will be at the 25, and it'll be 4th and a punting situation.
Good
Actually, they'll give him
there.
Yes, they'll give him that was, and they will give him, of course, Michael Johns, longtime head coach, 20 years or more here at Mount Pleasant. Used to coach at West Stanley many, many years ago, and Mount Pleasant has always tried to keep Stanley teams on its schedule, in non-conference when possible, and now they have them as a conference opponent. Dylan Philemon's going to punt this one. No, it's a fake punt, and here's Taiwan trying to make it.
He's going to make the first down.
He is going to be a little short.
Yeah.
Ryan Osher, not somebody we know, Brian. We know someone that does not like to punt the football. So
that was a kind of a dangerous call right there, because that puts the Tigers in excellent field position.
Well, but we also know that he's a bit of a riverboat gambler in that sense. So with 9 minutes and 43 seconds left, the Tigers will take over at the 31. Two wide receivers to the near side of the field. Davis Neal is a wide receiver in the slot, and Keandre Stedford is on the outside.
Yeah, look for reverse here.
Double back set.
Yep.
Wants to swing it out to side. It's complete. 25, and Jones is out of bounds around the 19 maybe.
And now stop the clock with 9:31. No, well, he was out of bounds. The clock is still running.
So gain of about 9 is going to bring up 2nd down and 1. 3 wide receivers to the far side this time. The lone back in the backfield is Brennan Jones. We'll see if the Tigers play this one aggressively or just try to get the first down. They will give it to Jones.
Yeah,
Jones straight up the middle. 10-5. See you later. Look at the speed up the middle for a touchdown for Mount Pleasant. 22-yard touchdown run that time for Brennan Jones.
Yeah.
And the Tigers, two plays in on the board. 8 minutes and 55 seconds. So about a less than a minute drive, scoring drive for the Tigers, and they take the lead. And I see some pink streamers going up from the Mount Pleasant student section, who is sitting just about right below us.
Yeah, from this position, I can't quite get any of the crowd.
McEachern with the extra point attempt. Oh,
It's pretty low.
Sort of a difficult hold, but it was
it.
good. He got just enough, just over the bar. 7-0 is our score. Tigers lead early. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Clear.
I'm going to go off mic for 2 seconds, okay? Are you from the Independent Tribune?
Yes, sir.
We're back here at Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press. Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. Mount Pleasant takes the lead very quickly.
Yeah, that was pretty nice play right there.
Well, and he's got, a lot of speed, and you can see why he's getting carries for this Tiger team. Now Morris from the 15 tries to cut up the middle.
Oh,
And he's trying to do cutting, and now a penalty marker comes in, and that might be a holding call against South. We'll see what the marker is.
Yeah, if it is, that'll delete 10.
Let's see what the
Little discussion.
so it was sort of a shorter kickoff this time.
Face mask.
So it's a face mask against Mount Pleasant. It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, well, that'll definitely help out the Rowdy Rebel Bulls. Ah, nice toss by the referee there.
Yes, it was. So the Bills will start at the 42, wearing the pink socks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well. We'll throw to the side. Tomorrow is complete. And he's just going to tackle by the shirt tail.
Did you see that? Number 20.
That's Jacob Craver. He's going to be all over this field tonight. You can
I can bet we're going to see a lot of him. Yeah.
And actually they will lose a yard back to the 41. And it'll bring up second down and 11.
That was something. I mean, just grab by the jersey.
Well, his jersey went one direction and the body went the wrong way, and
whirling dervish.
Arrested momentum, as we'd call that one. An absolutely beautiful night for football. Temperature. Now he's going to move to his left. Now tries to get down. He's going to get sacked at the 29-yard line by number 55. So he's going to be he's going to lose 3 yards back to the 38. And number 55, Chase Creighton on the sack rather. He's the one of the interior defensive linemen for the Tigers. Tigers have a lot of size up front, you can see, and they're also
it's pretty obvious.
And the other thing, though, Brian, look how athletic the front four of the defensive line is for Mount Pleasant.
That's going to be formidable.
They're big, but they can move
for the offense of the Bulls.
Clock running now, 7:07 left in this opening quarter. South trailing 7-0, their second possession of the football game. Trips left on the near side, on the short side, as it were.
Showing blitz.
It looked like the back moved, and Morris is going to get the carry on the jet sweep. He tries to get around the end and only does momentarily back to the 44, and it's going to be another 4th and long.
Well, so definitely a punting situation.
It looked to me as if the back in the backfield, Barbie actually flinched right before it, but did not get called. But nonetheless, it brings up a punting situation. And as we said before, Coach Osher does not like to punt, as is known to run. His quarterback is right there, and there's the give to Morris again. And Morris he's going to be short of the first down. He is somebody that just absolutely does not like to punt the football if he doesn't have to. And Taiwan got down to the 48, so he's going to be just short there, and the ball will change hands now with 6:06 left in this opening quarter.
Yeah, it's been a pretty fast quarter.
Well, and the Tigers got out to a very quick start with that short field, and now, as you said, Brian, trying to go for it maybe on that first punt as deep as they were at, but he's going to play this aggressive.
They just look so big up front.
Well, split backs now, Austin Love, who is sort of a fullback / H-back, if you will. Little wants to throw. He dials it up. He's got a man there. Complete. 20 out of bounds at the 18.
Wow.
Beautiful pitch and catch that time to number 10, Davis Neal, the slot receiver. They'll mark it at the 20-yard line. So 28 yards that time. And a first down.
Just like that.
Four wide this time on 1st and 10 from the South Stanley 20-yard line. Both drives for the Tigers have started in territory. There's going to be a screen pass complete to number 10,
and,
Jones. And there he goes. What a move to get free for the touchdown. What a move he put on there. So touchdown passes of 20 and 22 yards. And with 4:58 to go, 13-0 pending the point after. Mount Pleasant, obviously among I think it's easy to say the top tier teams in the Yadkin Valley Conference. They are definitely, along with J.M. Robinson, North Stanley. Just judging from what we've seen so far, 3 teams that are definitely going to compete for the.
And that is good.
The title. 14-0. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. So we're back here on Stanley County Monday Night Football. In about 4 or 5 plays, I think it's maybe 4 plays, the Tigers already have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Powell's going to take this one from the 16, trying to find some room on the far side. He's got a nice lane. One man to beat. Unless he gets caught from behind, and the kicker has to knock him out of bounds at the 37.
If it wasn't for the kicker, Charles, it'd be like pay dirt.
Well, they've been trying to change. They've been trying to change fields. Do you know what I mean? It's an old soccer sort of thing, but they tried to change the field when you train the other side, and South Stanley has kept trying to go over to that side, and this time it finally worked, and a nice return that time sets the Bulls up in Mount Pleasant territory.
Best field position they've had tonight.
And before that, we have whistles and a penalty marker down, and it might be coming. I think this might be against South for a false start. Let's see. Either that or delay. Yeah, it's going to be a false start against South Stanley. And if I'm correct, I believe that's the first penalty of the game against the Rebel Bulls.
Yeah, I think the Bulls are ready to put some points on the board.
Tucker's going to pass to the sideline, complete to Powell, and he's going to get. Boy, he must have avoided 5 tacklers, but he never moved forward. He just dodged one, but he never got a chance to move forward because.
Just made the line of scrimmage.
Brian, every time he looked up, there was another tackler coming straight at him. No gain on the play.
Been very aggressive.
Absolutely, no question about it.
And I don't think they're going to let up anytime soon.
So as we said, no gain. Well, they're going to give him a yard actually up to the 48.
That was generous.
A very nice spot to make it 2nd and 14. Clock running 3:40 left in the opening quarter. Tucker will give to Barbie. Barbie hits the line. Going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but
that the front four of Mount Pleasant, they're just
right now, all 6'3", 265 of number 75, Bobby Fink, is just wrecking the middle of that formation. And they're going to give him a yard. They'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
After a while, it's going to take a toll on the running game. They're probably going to have to go to the air.
It already really has.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tigers already have 57 yards of passing and 22 yards on the ground. That's 579. That's 79 total yards. And South Stanley has 16 yards.
Oh, I think.
And Morris, I think, moved.
42 flinched. So that'll.
Oh, it's going to be against Mount Pleasant. Okay.
Yeah, that will give the Bulls 5 more yards.
So that'll put it down to the 42. And it brings up 3rd and 8. And you said that was on 42. 42, that's Chase Thomas.
I'm sorry, our rosters are getting pretty moist up here.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Heavy dew?
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 9 now for the Bulls. Trips to the near side. Tigers just rushing forward, puts 7 in coverage. Tucker rears back, puts it downfield, and he was in double coverage.
Yeah, that was dangerous.
There's a lot of contact as well, but
no flags.
I do see a penalty marker down at the 20-yard line. Now, there is a penalty marker down. They were looking for Carson Louder on a fly pattern. But let's see what the penalty is going to be. He was actually covered by 2 Tigers on the play. Pass interference against Mount Pleasant, and that will result in a 1st down.
That's a good break for the Bulls.
To the chagrin of one lone Tigers fan.
Yeah, they're not liking that.
Just one lone Tigers fan making his feelings known. Either that or there was a cow that just walked through. Bless. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulls, trailing 14-0, 2:08 left in this opening quarter. Tucker with a swick pass, and it is well over the head of Joseph Meisenheimer. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Tucker, of course, one of the stalwarts of the South Stanley baseball team, has come on as the backup quarterback. He's actually been the starting quarterback since week 2. He's 2 for 4 in this game, but he has 0 passing yards. And it's amazing how you can complete 2 passes and still have 0 net yards. It just shows the speed to which Mount Pleasant is getting to the receivers.
Oh, yeah, they're getting the ball really quickly.
And Tucker has had a little time to throw. They haven't.
He's had decent protection.
And they've had good protection because they're really only rushing 4. They'll stunt this time. And now this time, the stunt got him. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and Mount Pleasant's got it. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, they do now.
Yeah, 55, Chase Creighton. On that tackle, on that sack.
And 88, Colin Cook recovered it. So sack back to the 40, and the fumble on the play was recovered by 88.
Now the momentum changes.
So with 1:55,
as you hear the chants from the crowd.
We can't hear you. Yes, I was just listening to that as well. And
we're hearing them pretty loud and clear.
Yeah.
Man in motion.
Flip-flop receivers on this one. Little back to pass. One-on-one, gets past him, and just needed another step. Covered on the play by Damian Crump. They look like there might have been some contact a little further downfield. First incompletion of the game for the Tigers. But it looked like there might have been just a little contact about 10 yards down. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah.
With a minute 28
no flag
to play.
Or anything, but well designed
No. There was
play.
no. I mean, it may have been incidental contact, but nonetheless, he actually got past him, and he just needed about another step. And I think the bump that happened slowed him up just enough. Now in sort of an I formation.
I smell a run and play here.
It's straight up the middle, and Jones gets about 3, maybe 4 yards. That'll bring up third down and 6.
With 1:18 to go. And
so I believe this might be the first third down. Say that 5 times fast. The first third down of the night for Mount Pleasant. I don't think they've had a third down play yet. Their first scoring drive was 2 plays apiece, so they couldn't have had a third down. I smell French fries for some reason. The concession stand smells really good from the window up here. Now a little jet sweep this time, and he's not going to make it.
Nope.
3 Bulls were in on the tackle.
Yeah, number 9.
And it started with Matt Fleming, I believe, the son of former South head coach Tasker Fleming. He led the charge, and then he's still a little hurt as well. So a loss of 5 that time will bring up a punting situation. Caleb Anderson to punt this one away, and Jackson Barbie standing around the 30-yard line.
That's a good stop for the Bulls.
Now I believe we have a timeout. We'll see which way it was taken. We'll be back.
Yeah, in the first quarter already.
And end of the first quarter. Your score: Mount Pleasant 14, South Stanley nothing. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Back for the second quarter on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. Anderson's punt is not going to get returned. Takes a big old bounce for the Tigers. Is going to roll down to the 17.
Yeah, that's a position the Bulls don't want to be in right now.
Well, they had a good drive going, but a turnover. They actually got around the turnover and didn't give up points from it.
Yeah, it's like the relentless pursuit of the Tigers' defense, man.
We'll take a look at our first quarter stats. Neither team has had a lot of yardage in this game, particularly. My computer does not want to. Tucker back to throw. Rare's back. It's in double coverage once again, and this one's going to get picked off right at the 50-yard line.
Oh, he just kind of saw that coming, didn't he?
And once again, I believe Keegan Moose, that's the second week he's had an interception. He had one last week. He also had a punt return for a touchdown, if I remember correctly, last week against Union Academy as well.
That was just so dangerous, and double coverage like that. And they were pretty tight on him.
They were, and they actually lost 4 yards on a very nice tackle by Carson Louder. But nonetheless,
here come the Tigers.
22-second possession that time. And the ball goes right back to the Tigers. Second turnover of the game for South Stanley. Jones with the carry, stopped momentarily, moves to his side. Puts his shoulders down. He had a nice little collision there with Chase Crump.
Yeah, Chase Crump, number 6.
Gain of about 3. He'll bring up second down and 7. But this South Stanley team is not going to stop bringing pressure. Doesn't matter what the score is. I can guarantee you they're going to continue to try to press press the issue because that's just the personality of this team and their coach. Two in the backfield this time. He's going to give it to the big H-back. And he puts his shoulders down and gets maybe a couple more yards, down to the 47, maybe 46. That's 44 Austin Love. Gain of 2. We'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Defense holding for the Bulls.
Well, 0 for 1. The Tigers are 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far. And now face their second 3rd down conversion attempt.
Yeah, having a little discussion about this.
You see Austin Love comes out of the backfield actually, and now a little confusion there about where they were lined up. Little now rears back, got a man wide open. He's got it. 10-5. He's going to go out of bounds.
Didn't you see that coming, Charles? Didn't you see that formula, that play forming?
It was Davis Neal again.
Eyes?
But honestly, Davis Neal had a chance down here that was just barely averted by the Bulls. So you know that that's something that the Tigers are going to go back to. So they'll mark the ball at looks like the 9, maybe 8-yard line. Right at the 8. So a gain of 39 yards makes it 1st and goal.
I think they're probably going to try to punch it down the middle.
And South is bringing some pressure just for that.
There you go. Look at bouncing
and just
off.
Bouncing
defenders.
off, he nearly got in. And it's interesting to me, the pressure is coming from the outside, but Jones is staying in between the tackles.
Listen to that crowd.
Yeah, so the pressure South is bringing was on the outside, expecting like an off-tackle play. But right now they're just getting behind their front 5, which is getting a big push up front. Look at like 79 Joseph James on the end, 6'5", 300 pounds.
Oh, yeah, just packing the line.
There's a reason they keep wanting to run to the right, too. I'm sure for that reason.
There we go again.
No, it's going to be Little on the keeper. Hurdles into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the crowd's loving it.
Just terrific blocking up front on that 3-minute scoring drive with 8 minutes and 17 seconds left. 20-0.
And let's see if the extra point is good.
Kick is up, a little short. Did he push this one wide? Yes, he did. So his score is going to stay 20-0. 8:17 left in the first half. So 8:17 left in the second quarter. Tigers score again and lead 20-0 over South Stanley. And now a squibbed kickoff, and that's a live ball. And South Stanley just does get to it. And whoa, what a hit out of this. And a penalty marker comes flying in on Brennan Jones. It must be on the hit, but it looked like he led with his shoulder. Unless it's a legal block in the back against South, which that looks like it is going to be. I was going to say, if it was going to be on that hit, that was clean. But it was
kind of brutal, but it was clean.
Well, I was watching the play, but it was like 3 or 4 yards behind it that South Stanley had a hold. Well, certainly if you're going to hold, it's going to be a personal foul against South Stanley. Okay, so not even just a hold, but even more so.
That's a deadly penalty.
It really is.
As they march the other way.
So the ball is sitting at the 13-yard line. after a personal foul.
I think that was on number 70. Mount Pleasant flinched.
Offsides it is.
Mm-hmm.
Offsides called against the Tigers. And 5 Bulls from the 18-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Bulls, trailing 20-0. Tucker throws over the middle, complete to Morris for a first down
Nice,
at the 38-yard line. When Tucker's had time to throw, he's been able to find targets. He just could, the first throws he's had, that's the first sort of downfield throw that he's had. A first completed downfield throw, that is.
Well, that'll give you quarterback confidence right there.
It certainly should. Absolutely. 3 of 6 Tucker is now. That was it for that 21-yard.
Yeah, nice.
He has the one
catch.
interception, of course. On the other side, Little is 4 of 5 for 96 yards and a touchdown. That's Lawson Little. Straight up the middle this time is Barbie, and Barbie is going to be close to a first down. He's just maybe a yard short.
You can't keep these Bulls down.
Well, they're going to move the chains. It's 10 yards. It's a first down at the South 49 with 7:11 left in the first half. Bulls are moving the football down the field.
Very proficiently.
Back-to-back first downs, well, on this drive at the very least.
If they can just keep that up for the entirety of this game.
Only 34 total yards for South in this football game, and just about all of it has come on this drive. 2 wide receivers to the far side this time on 1st and 10.
Oh,
bad snap. Going to be picked up, and found his way. It's going to still be a loss of a yard, but
give him number 33.
Give Ethan Gaddy a credit that time.
Yeah, squirming through there like that. Could have been a lot worse.
It was, and he did a good job to just make it a loss of 1, honestly, because otherwise. They'll bring up 2nd and 11. Tucker's going to throw again, and this one's going to get picked off right at the 43-yard line. And this could be returned to the house. Bo Barbie is going to get run out of bounds at the 15.
Well, that'll take the wind out of your sails, won't it, Charles?
So intercepted at the Mount 43, I believe. Is that right? 43, yeah. And second interception of the game, and this one returned down to the South 15. Third turnover, 5 minutes, 47 seconds left. This is another possession for the Tigers starting inside the red zone. Little wants to throw. It's a screen pass, and it's almost picked off.
Almost.
I think it was tipped by Dustin Hurley, and then Jackson Barbie had a shot at it.
Yeah.
And this team loves to throw screen passes, and that one nearly turned into disaster.
Barbie's probably kicking himself on that.
Well, he did. No, I mean, it took everything he had to try to get there.
Oh, yeah.
But
great effort.
It was a good play to break it up. A good recognition of the screenplay as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jones puts his head down, and he gets tackled by Ethan Gaddy at around the 12. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7, maybe 6. Well, they're going to give him a few yards down to the 11. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 5.
Well, the Bulls defense is holding here.
Forced another 3rd down opportunity. TJ Blackwelder is in the backfield as a running back. You may see him get this pass on a little shovel pass or screen. In others, except it's the H-back this time, and he gets hit hard by Micah Davis, the freshman.
Enough for first down.
I believe he has enough for a first down.
See where they spot it.
Well, it's going to be fourth down. Spots it at the 7.
They're going to go for it. Obviously.
Maybe 4th and 2. Well, actually, it's more like 1.5, and they are going for it, as you say. 4.5 minutes left in this first half.
Straight down the middle, and
it's going to be
touchdown.
In. He leaned forward. He is in. Yes, touchdown. T.J. Blackwelder converts the 4th down and gets the touchdown. And it's 26-0 with 4:14 left in this second quarter.
Let's see if they can tack on this extra point.
Actually, they may go for 2 here since they missed an extra point earlier.
I would say go. I would go for it.
And they are going for it. Brennan Jones is back in at running back. Going to toss sweep to him. A little problem with a little problem with the snap, but
Untouched.
No problem with the blocking. Untouched around the right side. 28-0 our score. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football.
Just over 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Romance Tyson Tigers 28, South Stanley Bulls 0.
So the Tigers score again and get the 2-point conversion. 28-0. And just a dominant performance so far for the Tigers. What do you think of the Tigers' chances in conference play, Brian?
Oh, I think Dave, I think we were wanting to talk about coming back up here. Excuse me, my recorder fell on the floor.
Oops. You might have to pay for that. I would be a little more careful.
My paycheck.
I would be a little more careful if I were you. Yes.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we're talking about coming back here for North Stanley's going to be up here.
I think we may have. That would be a terrific matchup, I think. And now another squib kickoff, and just going to be fallen by Hurley at the 28-yard line.
Maybe not a bad call.
Well, as they say, better to be safe than sorry. And actually, it's going to be at the 30-yard line. So just a dominant first half for the Tigers. Take a look at some stats in just a second here as my computer slowly updates. 49 rushing yards for the Tigers. 96 through the air, 4 of 6 so far. Here's Barbie, another low snap, but Barbie does a good job. He's got to get some yardage out of this.
Good effort by Barbie.
Tackle that time was 3 and 20, I think, Moose, and 20, Alex Christenberry. So when South Stanley's been able to get to the outside, they've been able to get some yardage, but the turnovers have really been the biggest problem. The first turnover did not come back to haunt them, but the last 2 have, because both of those have been changed into points.
Oh, yeah, and you can't continually do that through the game and have success.
Well, and setting up, especially the return set up such a short field. Yeah. 2nd and 3 for the Bulls now with 3:19 left from the 37. Tucker going to throw. Waiting,
trouble.
Runs out of time, and now he runs out of real estate, and oh, wow, did he take a hit. He moved one way away from Bobby Fink, and then Colin Cook got him right from behind. Obviously, to the delight of someone in his family, I would be guessing. So the squeal of delight that you heard from the announcement brings up 3rd down and 13. Believe me, those announcements are very important. You know, everyone wants to hear their child's name, you know, especially after making a good play like that. So I believe that's the 2nd or 3rd sack of the game. I can't remember.
Want that.
What's that?
Any proud parent would
Absolutely,
want that.
No doubt about it. 3rd and 13 now with 2.5 to play.
In shotgun.
Tucker looking on the far side. And it's a it was
right
a
in his mitts.
it was a 50-50 ball, though. I think Thomas, number 20, Chase Thomas, actually got his hands on it.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, 20, Alex Christenberry.
But number 9,
okay.
he had the height differential on that one.
Okay, thank you for that. I had a wrong number on my thing. We're good. Yeah, it's fine. We're good now. See, this is what happens when you do these broadcasts. Believe me, it takes a village. So the speedy Keegan Moose, standing at about the.
Seems to be confusion on the line.
Oh, he might got through and blocked that. Almost a block. It's not going to be returned this time, and the ball is going to roll dead at the 30-yard line.
Taking a South Stanley bounce.
But I'll tell you, Chase Creighton was about a hair's breadth away from blocking that. I mean, he was as close. He was about as close as you can get to blocking a football without actually making contact with him or the kicker.
And right at the last minute, he changed the lineman on the line and came rushing in.
And see, that's the key. I think it messed up South Stanley's protection.
I think you're right.
And by the way, good notice on that. He's not the best killer man in the world for nothing. Let's see if the Tigers, how aggressively they play this, and they're going for it. Looking for Christenberry, and incomplete. Kyle Dennis right there with him.
That was pretty uncatchable.
But he was open, and I think that's the whole point is that the vertical game has been there.
Yeah, and you keep him open, he may not get him all, hit your receiver all the time, but that'll wear on because your receivers are being open a lot.
2nd and 10 now from the 31. Clock is stopped with 1:52 to play. Little now is going to move upfield, and he's going to get a couple of yards out of that. I believe that was Crump with the tackle. So scrambled up the middle.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is that you have to kind of honor his speed too. So you can't, he just showed there that he can take off with it as he did on the touchdown run. But that it gives another element to the Tigers' offensive game.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely not one-dimensional. And almost.
Little throwing another one downfield, and this one is caught. Was he inbounds? That's the question. Keegan Moose.
Let's see what the
discussion is, and they are going to give him the catch at the 34-yard line.
I wish we
thought he had
replay. I wish we did because from my angle, Charles, he caught inbounds. I would say
we have instant replay because if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go back and look at the play yourself. So
yeah, at least
we don't have instant replay. This is what's funny. We don't have it, but y'all do.
Yeah, just you. Everybody out there, watch it on YouTube.
Yes, and we want to thank all our viewers on Stanley TV and thank Michelle.
Oh, the tremendous numbers.
Andre and everybody at Stanley Community College for their help in keeping these broadcasts on the air for 20 years.
Don't forget Mark.
And Mark. Little's pass complete this time to Christenberry. Down around the... A little pressure this time. Now, swings it out. He's got a wide open receiver for a touchdown is Brendan Jones. But let's see what the penalty marker is at the 25.
All right, this could be coming back.
I think it might be an ineligible receiver downfield if I had to guess. But let's just see what the official says.
I gotta say, Charles, it's been a very fast-paced game.
Holding against Mount Pleasant. Yes, it has been. That is true. So it's going to negate the touchdown. It was actually a very nice play between Little and Jones.
Block in the back.
To kind of, they sort of improvised that play very nicely. So the holding call happened at the 25. It marks it back to the 35-yard line. It makes it 1st down and 23 with 50 seconds left.
They want to get some more points on the board.
And it's an old-school scoreboard, by the way. No tenths of a second, I see. Mm-hmm. Little's going to take off to the right side. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him, and he's going to scoot. I thought he was going to scoot out of bounds. I think he finally did, but he
and And clock stops with 39 seconds.
For a second there, I wasn't sure if he was actually going to go out of bounds or not.
It almost kind of looked like
he looked like he
did.
wanted to try to finish and keep going forward.
Yeah.
So it's at the 17-yard line.
39 seconds to this.
Brings up second.
This field position, puts him in good shape.
Leading 28-0 already. Four wide receivers once again. Little back to throw. Sets.
Got time.
He's got a man, and it is knocked away at the last second. Nice play by Ethan Gaddy.
Broken up on the play by number 33, Ethan Gaddy.
Nice defensive play.
Now 3rd and 5 with 32 seconds left. Little is 6 of 10 for 139 yards and a touchdown.
The Tigers are definitely not playing conservative.
No, not at all. And the Tigers already have 200-plus yards. 210 total yards if my math skills have not eroded yet. 3rd and 6 with 32. Well, hey, the older I get, the worse they get. So, thank goodness for technology.
Yes.
Technology and spreadsheets.
I'm still trying to get
Little
the
now with a
percentage.
wide receiver screen complete to Christenberry. And he is still on his feet, but he is going to be, I think he has the first down, actually.
All right, well, they haven't stopped the clock. Yeah, now they do it. 19 seconds.
That's good enough for a Tiger. First down.
That was the most matter-of-fact first down announcement I heard. I heard
was thinking the
one
same
lone
thing.
voice sitting below me go, first down.
First down.
That was the most matter-of-fact cheer I've ever heard in my life.
It's like deadpan. Yeah.
Okay, and I believe the Tigers have taken the timeout. We'll take one and be right back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. $19 seconds left to go in this first half. 28-0 is our score. Tigers looking for more on 1st and goal now from right at the 10-yard line. So
they're on the move.
4 to score. Over the middle. This time it almost picked off. Oh, what a play by Kyle Dennis. Broke it up. He came out of nowhere, too. I don't think Little saw him. He sat back in zone and then suddenly just moved up immediately when he saw that little skinny post.
I'd say what's going up the gut, going up the middle right now.
Well, they have 2 timeouts, so that is an option. And
They got 14 seconds.
you would think a draw play might happen, or it's at least in the range of possibility. Little's going to throw. Oh, this time over the head. Was guarded by Damian Crump as the pass was intended for Davis Neal.
And I'll bring up 3rd down with 10 seconds to go in this half.
So 3rd and 10. And South Stanley has actually stood tall here on the last couple of plays.
Gotta give them credit, even with the scoreboard.
Even with the score being what it is, South Stanley continuing to play hard, which is just their MO. That's what they do. They play hard no matter what the score is, and they've done that. We saw that in the first game against West Stanley, and we will see them next week as well. When I believe next week is South Stanley Albemarle.
That'll be a good one. Everybody don't want to miss that one.
Always a good county rival. Now Little throws over the middle, and this one is dropped.
Yeah.
It might have been just a hint underthrown.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to trap it.
He was looking for Moose. So now 4th down, and I wonder if you see a field goal attempt, and it will be.
Well,
As David McEachern is a strong kicker.
You don't want to take points off the. I mean, what are they going to do?
Well, they're going to mark it about the 17, so it'll be a 27-yard field goal attempt.
That's interesting.
One of the snaps earlier was a little low. He was still able to get a very low line drive kick. Let's see if he can get this one. From the 17. Oh, that's a good. That kick looked absolutely good, and it is.
It is.
And that's going to be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here at Mount Pleasant High School. The opening game for South Stanley in the Yadkin Valley Conference in its current alignment here at Mount Pleasant. The Tigers have dominated in this first half and lead 31-0. We'll be back after this break. We'll have halftime stats and a little analysis as well on the back end. He's Brian Carter of Carter Video Services. I'm Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press. And together we are Stanley County Monday Night Football.
What am I going to learn?
The course is comprised of 36 separate blocks of instruction to include topics such as firearms, driver training, motor vehicle law, and arrest, search, and seizure. The basic law enforcement training course is filled with practical exercises and an extensive ethics section that is woven throughout the training experience.
What are my career choices?
Individuals can obtain entry-level employment as law enforcement officers in North Carolina, including sheriff's offices, police departments, North Carolina Wildlife, North Carolina State Highway Patrol, State Bureau of Investigations, Department of Motor Vehicles, and alcohol law enforcement.
Why Stanley Community College?
At Stanley Community College, we feel that college is not the ultimate destination. It's a place of discovery that equips you with knowledge and skills to journey on to a rewarding, successful career. Call us today to schedule a campus tour or visit us at www.stanley.edu to learn more. At Stanley Community College, we're changing lives.
What am I going to learn?
Students will learn scientific, artistic principles and hands-on fundamentals in all phases of professional imaging, hair design, chemical processes, skin care, nail care, multicultural practices, business, computer principles, product knowledge, and other selected topics. The curriculum provides a simulated salon environment that enables students to develop manipulative skills.
What are my career choices?
Graduates should qualify to sit for the State Board of Cosmetic Arts examination. Upon successfully passing this exam, graduates will be issued a license. Once licensed, students will be able to pursue employment opportunities in beauty salons and other related businesses.
Why Stanley Community College?
Here at Stanley Community College, we feel that college is not the ultimate destination. It's a place of discovery that equips you with knowledge and skills to journey on to a rewarding, successful future. Call us today to schedule a campus tour or visit us online at stanley.edu to learn more. At Stanley Community College, we are changing lives.
The Associate in Arts and Associate in Science degrees are fully transferable degrees at SCC. The University Transfer Program can be your bridge to North Carolina universities and most private colleges. The Associate in Arts degree is the right choice for future education, social science, liberal art majors, or for a professional school that requires a strong critical thinking and essential skills background. In most cases, if a student wishes to attend a university, the Associate in Arts degree is the best degree to pursue. The Associate in Science degree is the best choice for future engineering, math, science, or technical majors. Some university-bound nursing students may also wish to pursue an Associate in Science degree. Our advisors and faculty care about your success and are ready to help you achieve your dreams.
Why Stanley Community College?
Here at Stanley Community College, we feel that college is not the ultimate destination. It's a place of discovery that equips you with knowledge and skills to journey on to a rewarding, successful future. Call us today to schedule a campus tour or visit us online to learn more. At Stanley Community College, we're changing lives.
We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press, Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. Back here at Mount Pleasant High School, just saw their homecoming festivities, and now we're ready for the third quarter of football.
Yeah, it was a nice ceremony.
So in the first half, Lawson Little for the Tigers, 7-14 for 146 with a touchdown. Tucker, 3 of 8 for 21 yards, and he had 2 interceptions. On the ground, South Stanley, 12 carries, a net of 9 yards, but that includes 26 yards lost on 3 sacks of Trevor Tucker. On the other side, Brennan Jones, 6 carries, 41 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. This is interesting, Brian, and I was told this by the person covering for the Independent Tribune tonight. The 3 Mount Pleasant rushing touchdowns, each of those touchdowns came on their first carry of the game. You can't be more efficient than that.
That's absolutely the proper word.
9 first downs for Mount, 3 for South. Total yards 217 to 30 in favor of South. Let's see, third downs, Mount Pleasant 3 of 6, South 0 of 3. Time of possession is just about even. Penalties, not a lot. 5 penalties, 53 yards against Mount. 2 penalties, 20 yards against South Stanley.
What do you think the keys are for South Stanley to get back in this ball game?
Number 8, Jorge Padilla. I'll answer that in just a second. Number 8, Jorge Padilla will be kicking off for South Stanley. I think that they have got to get better protection. I think that 31-0 is a really tall, a tall mountain to climb. But like the journey of 1,000 steps, 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So not to just kill you with platitudes, that's going to go out of bounds. And I believe they'll get the ball on the 30, wherever it went out of bounds at the 38. But basically, they just have to take it one play at a time and just do what they can. It automatically goes to the 35, so it'll be, no matter where it goes out of bounds, it actually goes out I think it comes out of the 35, unless it's a onside kick. I think that's different. Tigers 4-2 on the season, looking to keep the lead and go to 5-2. They're one man short as the H-back Austin Love comes running onto the field.
In a nick of time.
Play clock has got to be down to about 5. Straight up the middle this time is Keandre Stedford. And Stedford is dragging tacklers to the 38.
Took 3 Bulls to take him down.
That'll bring up second down, and they actually mark it at the 39, so it'll be 2nd and 6. A gain of 4 that time. The Tigers have averaged 6 yards or more, around like 5.5 yards a carry. They've just been brutally efficient in this game. And South has 6 and 7 in the box to try to stop the run attack.
And look at that hole.
And this is going to be a first down and a lot more as Stedford goes down the sidelines. He's being pursued from behind by Carson Louder, and he makes the tackle and saves the touchdown, at least momentarily. And they'll mark that at the 18-yard line of South Stanley. So that's a 43-yard gain that time by Stedford. And
it looked pretty easy for him.
And I think you're going to see Mount Pleasant go to their bench a lot in this game as
give the stars a rest.
Stedford comes out, and T.J. Blackwelder is now in the backfield. And Blackwelder going to get the carry. Boy, the blocking straight up the middle.
Incredible. I mean, really. Really.
Chase Crump makes the tackle at the 13 after a gain of 5.
Hand up 13, Blackwelder.
I mean, they really opened up that middle for the running backs.
Well, and they've stayed between the tackles with their runs. So, honestly, if you're getting that kind of blocking, that's what you want to do. Two minutes into this third quarter, Tigers started this drive at the 35 and are back in the red zone again. And Little keeps it. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or not, and he's going to be sacked.
I don't think that was a design play.
I don't believe so. And give Ethan Gaddy the credit.
Loss of 4 yards on the quarterback keeper.
It looked like I think there might have been a miscommunication on that handoff. Mark it back to the 18, so it'll more like it'll be about 3rd and 9.5 or so.
And you might see the kicker come out again from 3 points.
Gives it to Stedford. Stedford over the left side. Puts his shoulders down. What a collision right at the 5-yard line between him and Jackson Barbie.
And
it's going to be enough for the first down, but what a collision.
And there's a few words.
I believe that was a flag, as we have an exchange of greetings and pleasantries and salutations and felicitations,
and
as
the
it were.
referee's hat comes off too.
And the hat comes off. That's always a sign of some extracurricular activity, as it were.
And they're having a discussion.
Well, if it's against South, it's only.
The referee, he's
yeah,
might be
I'm watching the
penalties.
body language of Jackson Barbie right now. He's got his hands like I was just had my hands up in the air.
This might be negating penalties. He's pointing towards the south side. Now another flag.
And now 2 penalty markers.
And one just accidentally fell out. No.
And somebody walked away from the south huddle. And so let's see what we have.
The suspense is killing me.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against South, and a dead ball, another unsportsmanlike against.
Negate.
And penalties will negate, and it'll be first down. And all of that.
For not.
That is a good question that was just proposed here. That took a long time to just have negating penalties,
At this juncture in the game.
Until recently, when fouls like that, you had only 2 of those that you could have in a game. Those did not matter as much as they do now. Like personal fouls, you can only have, a certain amount of them, like 2, I believe. Blackwelder, he ran right smack dab into 44, Peyton Gentry.
Good tackle.
And irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Well put.
To quote the great Gorilla Monsoon.
Second down, goal from the 5.
Yes, I steal quotes, but yes, I attribute them, so they're not stolen then. Ha-ha.
Yeah, it looks like the defense.
I know what you were thinking, Internet.
There.
I'm kidding. What? Yes. Second and goal now from the 5 with 7.5 left to play in the third. Little's going to throw. Rolls to his right. He's got time and goes back across the grain for the touchdown.
And there you go.
Number 82, Jackson Harkey, the sophomore, hauls it in.
Pass complete to number 82, Jackson Harkey in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
But that was a terrific play, and actually, in terms of just being able to, that was not how it was originally drawn up, because I think he came. What's his name that caught that? Excuse me, Harkey. I had to look at my roster. Sorry, Harkey had to come back to it, so he had cut one way and then had to come back. McEachern now for the point after.
Snap.
And the post said no. So 37-0 is our score. 7:14 left in the third.
Point after touchdown kick bounces off the upright.
We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. The kickoff was covered by Matt Fleming at the 37. I think he might have been asking if there was a little contact at the end of that particular play, but nonetheless, the squib kick has kept the ball out of the speedy hands of the South Stanley return team members. So the Bulls will take over at the 37. Clock running now with 6:40 left to go.
Let's see what the Rowdy Rebel Bulls have up their sleeves with their offense.
Barbie now, got around one, trying to turn the corner, and now just has to turn right into a yellow wall, as there's at least 8 defenders down there right in the neighborhood.
Yeah, really.
If he didn't get through the people that tackled him, the ones behind him would have probably finished the job, if you will. A gain of 2, it'll bring up 2nd down and 8, but just a tremendous pursuit. I think that's the thing, is the pursuit to the ball for the Tigers has just been relentless. Barbie again. Oh, nice fake that time.
Oh.
Breaks one tackle, but then loses It'll be interesting to see where the forward progress is marked at, because he made a move, and then if he made another move, they're actually going to give him the – oh, no, they're not going to give him the forward progress. He's only going to get a yard on the play because he was up at the 43, but he made a move, and then he made another football move, so the play continued. So it wasn't that his forward progress had been stopped.
And I'll bring up 3rd and 7.
So it brings up 3rd and 7. But do you see what I'm saying, Brian? That could have been a little further down if he had not made that extra move.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's what you're trying to do. He's trying to avoid tackles. That is a little confusion in the backfield this time. Morris is in deep trouble.
Going backwards.
And the ball pops high up in the air.
And that may be a Tigers recovery.
Nope, it's recovered by Jackson Barbie right at the 32.
Johnny on the spot.
So Morris went back to the 34, and then that fumble just went skyward.
And
but it's going to bring up a punting situation, 4th and 15. There's no assurance that South will punt, though, no matter what the situation is.
At this point, might want to pull whatever you got out of the playbook.
Good punt, solid punt this time. Moose has it at the 31, and he's on the look up. This could be back-to-back weeks with a punt return for a touchdown. He changes field. Look out.
You see that change of
direction? Is anybody going to get him? No, they are not. Wow. Touchdown, Mount Pleasant.
That was impressive.
That was that the 31? Is that what we're saying? 31, so we're going to say a 69-yard punt return.
No flag.
For a touchdown. There were no penalty markers down.
71-yard touchdown return. Folks, if you drive a white forerunner, again, if you drive a white forerunner, you are blocking someone in and they need to leave.
So there's something you don't see every day of the week. Back-to-back punt returns by a player in back-to-back games for a touchdown.
It's just, I was impressed with that change of direction.
Yeah, he took his time, too.
Yeah, very methodical.
And now Anderson for the point after. And the kick is good. 3:05 and clock running. Tigers up big. We'll be back. Back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. 44-0 is our score.
Pretty impressed by the Tigers.
Keegan Moose. And I'll tell you what, they have done it on offense, they have done it on defense, and they have done it on special teams in this game.
Just a full compliment.
Low kick. Morris will take this from the 18. Trying to find some room, cuts back into the middle, and just swarmed by tacklers at the 35.
Kickoff returned by number 4, Kaylon Morris. Up to the 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, no, a penalty marker. Face mask against. It's a face mask against Mount Pleasant. So we'll see where this puts the football. If it doesn't put it around the 50-yard line, it should. And it is right at the 50, so we'll just call it the 50-yard line. So they'll start this drive. Clock running, 40 seconds left. Probably have time for maybe one more play before we switch ends here. Now, if they don't gain any yards, they don't have to switch much around. That's absolutely true. Tucker now throws to the near side, complete to Morris, and Morris is going to lose 5 yards probably on that play.
Met by number 11, Bo Barbie. Also 2 yards on the play.
Oh, they'll mark the forward progress to the 48 of South Stanley.
Yeah, Barbie, number 11, he keyed in on pretty quick.
So we have played 3 quarters of football here at Mount Pleasant High School with the score. Mount Pleasant 44, South Stanley nothing. We'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. We're back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. Charles Curcio, Stanley News and Press. Brian Carter, Carter Video Services. Fourth quarter of this one, clock already underway and running.
Yeah, so we'll probably have a running clock from now on.
Wait a minute. The ball is at the wrong yard line. The ball is at the 33-yard line. They're supposed to be at the 48. What is going on?
Yeah.
And they're going to snap. I don't whoa, and a sack. I don't know how I'm supposed to score that exactly. But we'll move the ball back to the 33. Maybe was there a penalty that we didn't hear
a little
of?
sloppy. I don't know.
Was there an unsportsmanlike conduct? Okay, that makes more sense now. Thank you.
Was that it?
Yes, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense than,
Brings up a 3rd down and 36.
You got to love that Tiger emblem over there on the opposite side of the field. There's a couple of kids over there just hanging out. And, yeah, beautiful field they have out here.
Little end around this time. Oh, what a tackle by Moose at the 32.
Moose.
On number 5, Joseph Meisenheimer.
That by number 11, Bo Barbie, and number 3, Keegan Moose.
Gain of, they'll give him 5 yards actually on that. Bring up 4th down and 28. We were just discussing, and forgive me, I was trying to update my stats, Brian, but there was a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike against
28.
South that pushed the ball further backwards.
Yeah,
I did not see it called. That's why I was unaware. And thank you very. Yes, that's the only thing that would have made sense. Punts away, and it is. No one is going to return this one. It's going to take a Mount Pleasant bounce and roll dead at the 33.
Another punt comes for us at the 32-yard line where Mount Pleasant will take over, 1st and 10.
I believe Lawson Little is done for the night, and he is.
Well, let's
I believe the backup quarterback is at Caleb Anderson, I believe, number 14. It is.
Get a good look at the 2nd and 3rd stringers, see what they can.
Love goes in motion, and Love's going to get the carry, and he is hit immediately by number 16, Matt Fleming. But he drug him for a couple of yards. He's going to get 2 yards out of it, but effectively he hit him in the backfield, and he just carried him downfield a few yards. So Mount Pleasant will move on to 5-2 on the year, 2-0 in Yadkin Valley. South Stanley drops to 1-4, 0-1, and they will play Albemarle next week.
Is that where we're going to be at?
You had to ask? I mean, what?
That begs the question.
What are you talking about? Unbelievable. Oh, nice fake that time by Anderson. And the penalty marker is going to be down. He gained about 3 or 4 yards. A nice fake that time, but
quarterback keeper by number 14, Anderson. Gain a few yards on the play. There's a flag also.
Let's see what the penalty marker is. It must be against Mount Pleasant. The way the
indication.
The way that they're reacting to it, and they'll push him back. It's an illegal block in the back against the Tigers.
There's a marker off the penalty, folks. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets out if you have them.
I will say that
in just a few moments.
Coach Johns is going to have a hard time finding a lot of problems and a lot of mistakes in this game by Mount Pleasant. But
what can you say?
But they've had a few penalties. There's a drop fumble. Oh, the ball is still loose.
Oh, well, no, Mount Pleasant got it back.
And just to say, as you say that happens, a nice recovery.
So the coach might have something to say about that. Yeah.
I think it was 78 on the recovery, Deaton. And Yardage lost will be back to the 22, so a loss of 5.
Raffle tickets if you have 604.
Make it 3rd and 21 in the final 7 minutes.
You are splitting half of the $940.
Gonna run it. Blackwelder gets away from one tackler, does not get away from Chase Crump.
What can I say one more time? A plethora of bulls.
There you go.
And up to number 13, Blackwelder. The 2 on the play.
Clock continuing to run with 6:14 to go in this contest.
4th down, 18 for the Tigers.
And Tigers taking their time. Probably want to run that play clock all the way down.
I think that's exactly what they're doing as well. I don't know what the play clock is at now. Because
I would have thought it had been about ran out by now.
That might be only the second punt of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice punt.
Barbie is not going to get a chance to return this as it rolls dead at the 34.
Takes Mount Pleasant bounce.
Tigers kick comes to rest inside the 35-yard line at the 34, where the Bulls will take over 1st and 10. We got our winner for the 50-50 raffle. He may not want me to say his name.
As I said, next week we will be at South Stanley. Actually, we're at South Stanley for the next 2 weeks. Albemarle on the 8th and North Stanley on the 15th. North Stanley well ahead in their game tonight against Union Academy, and Albemarle is losing right now at J.M. Robinson as we tape this tonight.
But I tell you, the Tigers have just put on a clinic tonight.
And up number 33, Ethan Gaddy, tackle on the play by number 43, Joe McCann.
They're going to give a gain of 3 that time, brings up 2nd and 7. That was number 36, DJ Rogers on the carry, I believe.
62774. Take your ticket to the booster wear table next to
Well, if you look at the lineup for the Bulls, they have about 7 or 8 seniors, but there are a ton of juniors. There are a ton of freshmen on the team as well.
Mount Pleasant flinched.
And that's offsides. And that might be one of the only areas. That might be one of the only areas of this game where Mount Pleasant will look at something they could have done a little better. But
besides that, pretty picture perfect.
Tucker going for it all, incomplete. Good battle there between. Ball. Yes, it was. It was a 50-50 ball between Ian Holfelser and Keegan Moose. Moose already has an interception in this game. It brings up 3rd down and about 2.5 with 3:14 to play. We want to thank Mount Pleasant as well for having us and making some room for us up here tonight.
Been very gracious.
And
very gracious.
We may prevail upon that in a few weeks when the North Stanley Comets come to call, because that will be should be a terrific ball game.
But this press box is very high up, and my vertigo is getting to me.
Don't fall off. We don't have insurance for you.
Okay, I just need a little help.
You do not have vertigo. It's all in your mind. No, I'm just kidding. Nice patch there. Completed to Morris, but he's only going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Vertigo is nothing to laugh at. No doubt about it, but... and I think Morris
I kind of hate it because I always wanted to be a helicopter pilot. I know all the mechanics about doing it.
Now they're going to have to stop the clock for an injury. Or not.
We're going to stay on the clock? You want to take a break?
Let's take a break, and we'll be back on Stanley County Monday Night Football. 4th and 2 for South Stanley. The injured player was Tawan Morrison. He had to go off the field. He looked like he was having a cramp possibly. Hopefully it's nothing more than that for the Bulls, because they're going to host the Bulldogs next week. This is a first down and a whole lot more. Yeah. And a nice solo tackle by Keegan Moose that time.
Oh, yes, he got between the seams.
On number 36, DJ Rogers. And now I think Moose might be down for a moment, and he is. Hopefully it's just a cramp. A 10-yard gain and a first down with clock is stopped now with 1:11.
Yeah, it's like, we haven't had a lot of injuries of
just
those two right there, probably cramps.
You don't want because South Stanley has just had injuries aplenty, and their numbers have been a little down because of it. It's going to make next week that very interesting to see.
We also found a Spider-Man wallet. No ID inside it. There is a cash inside there. You'll have to identify.
Clock is stopped, as we said, with 1:11 for this injury.
But if you lost your Spider-Man wallet,
looks like they're.
and they will have it for you there.
Do you have a Spider-Man wallet? I just heard someone lost a Spider-Man wallet, Brian.
Oh, I think I did. I think that's mine.
Oh, it is not yours. Do you still have your secret decoder ring on too? And
absolutely.
In your Justice League of America lifetime membership? Yes, that's
absolutely
great.
Appreciate it. We also appreciate all the fans for their school pride with good sportsmanship.
We have
tonight's contest.
Yeah.
So
1:11 to go.
Yeah. So
there you go. There you go.
Like we said, there are 4 weeks after tonight. 4 weeks left in the regular season. Albemarle, South Stanley next week. North Stanley, South Stanley the week after, and then we're going to see if we can't come back here on the 22nd to see the Comets play the Tigers.
Any prognostication on playoff pitchers?
And then it's a little too early to say that yet, I think. He is coming off without putting any weight on it. That is not a good sign. Hopefully it is just a cramp for Keegan, because he is a force for this team for sure.
Definitely in some pain.
Tucker going to throw over the middle, and it is caught. And, he just avoids. Actually, the two defenders collided with one another.
Getting under a minute.
Looks like South is trying to spoil the shutout, if nothing else. With 43 seconds left.
Hey.
Yes, the student section is ready to go home.
I think that I saw some offsides on
there. And now
in trouble.
Tucker's going to go down in the hands of number 75. Bobby Fink, another sack.
Number 75, Bobby Fink.
Losing yards back to the 42. 13 seconds left, and I believe that's going to be the final play of this game, and it is. So we have reached the end of our game here tonight. 44-0 is the score. Mount Pleasant gets the W over South Stanley. We will see the Rebel Bulls next week as the county series continue, as the South Stanley Rebel Bulls will host the Albemarle Bulldogs. For my partner, Brian Carter of Carter Video Services, I'm Charles Curcio. See you on the Stanley News and Press in print and online, and we'll see you next week at South Stanley. We are Stanley County. Monday Night Football.
Football is a 20th century technological struggle.
And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these two banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture.
Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, punting, running, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal fouls.